everyone's joining in. Today I'm going to be talking about my March TBR. So I'm just going to be doing a regular TBR video just because I've been in a reading slump for most of February, just because during the last week of January and the first week of February I was sick with a very bad cold, so I didn't have a lot of time of reading, and I was doing a video project, which you guys will already have seen it by the time this video goes up. And yeah, thanks to books that I've read for that video project, I've been in a reading slump, so I decided I would do a regular TBR video. But after I talked about some of the books that I want to read, I decided to pull at least 3 books out of my TBR jar here. Well, it's my popcorn bucket from the 50th anniversary of Disney World from my honeymoon. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I will draw 3 books out of here and then pick at least one of them. So I thought it would be easier for myself, and plus I don't pull the books from my TBR jar often, even though it doesn't have all the books on my TBR. So yeah, I thought I would do this at the end just to make it more fun. So yeah, anyways, let's get to my March TBR. So for some of the books, I'm going to talk about the sequels I want to prioritize, just because I know that I've been trying to catch up with the sequels of my TBR. But the first sequel I want to get to my TBR is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. This is a companion novel to Prince Charming, which I've read a few years ago now, and I know this is a companion novel to that, and that's all I know about it. I know it's about one of the princesses or a princess who's like going to college or boarding school or something like that, and that's all I know about it. And I know I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's really cute, so I'm really excited to pick this one up just to finish up a duology, since it's a duology. I don't know why I feel like I have stuff on me, but anyways, I'm just excited to get one of the sequels off of my TBR. Hopefully I'll get to this one sometime in March. So the next next sequel that I want to put on my TBR is Reaper of Souls by Raina Barron, and this is obviously a sequel to Kingdom of Souls. Is about, if you haven't read the first book's about a girl who comes from a family of witch doctors, and she's the only one who doesn't have any powers, so she makes a deal with a demon to borrow some magic in a trade for each year of her life. And I really enjoyed the first book, so I want to continue with this series. So, and I know the third book just came out either like last year or something like that, so I want to get to this so I can get to the third book as soon as possible. And the last sequel that I want to put on my TBR is Death by Tea by Alex Erickson. This is a sequel to Death by Coffee, which is part of the Bookstore Cafe series. If you haven't read the first book's about a woman who's wanting to open a coffee shop, and then one of her customers ends up murdered, and she's being blamed for it. So I really enjoyed the first book, and I know that the first book was lowest rated when I first read it, it's like in the 3s, which is usually an okay rating, but I really enjoyed the first book so much that I want to continue with the series, and plus I really can't help with the cute cover with the kitty cat on it. But yeah, I know I love reading mysteries, and I know mysteries also helps me get me out of the reading slump. And yeah, and I've been wanting to read another mystery book since I haven't read a lot lately. So yeah, I'm really excited to pick this up, and I know I want to get to these sequels as soon as possible. They would be my top priority for March. And the next book that I want to read in March is The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory, and this is a romance novel about a woman who is about to go to a wedding, and then I'm trying to remember on top of my head, she was invited to her ex's wedding and then asked someone to be her escort, or her date, basically. So I just really excited to read this one, because I know that contemporary or romances help me get out of a reading slump as well, so I'm glad that I have this as an option. And I know this was gifted by one of my relatives. I can't remember who. I think my grandma gifted this to me, so I'm trying to prioritize the books that were gifted to me. So yeah, I am really excited to pick this up either way. And the next book that I want to put on my March TBR is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Miles Gilko. I do want to, and other things on my TBR is to focus on authors that I've read before and try to read them, as well as authors that I never read before. But this is her series that she wrote after Stalking Jack the Ripper. They're not connected or anything, but this is a separate series. But this is about a girl who's trying to figure out her sister's murder, and then she ends up running into the Prince of Hell or something like that. I'm trying to remember where after this, the Prince of Hell. Okay, that's what I thought. So I am heard really good things about this series, and plus Carrie Maniscalco is one of my favorite writers since I finished Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which literally broke my heart with Capturing the Devil, but I love that series. That I want to read her other series as well. I know she just released a adult fantasy that I do want to try, but I've been reading her books in publication order, so yeah, anyways, I'm really excited to try this out and not put this in multiple TBRs because I know I haven't read it, but I am going to make this a top priority for sure. Speaking of other books that have been on my multiple TBRs, the next book that I want to put on my March TBR is Thrill Like a Girl by Sarah Henning. This is her contemporary book. I know she's been known for her YA fantasy books. I know she wrote her Sea Witch duology, and then the series that the Prince Will Save You. I don't know what that series is called, but that was the first book of the series, which is a Princess Bride retelling. But with this one, it's about a football player who's been injured after a game, and then they needed a backup, so they hired one of the softball players to take his place, and I'm pretty sure there's a romance in there, so I am excited to pick this up because I haven't read any YA contemporaries. I haven't read this book by Sarah Henning, and I know she's another author that I really enjoy. Her other works that I really enjoyed, so I do hope I like this as much as her other books. The next book that I'm adding to my TBR is another mystery, is Crooked House by Agatha Christie. I don't know much about this. I always try to go into mysteries blind, especially Agatha Christie, but all I know about this one, it's obviously takes place in a house, obviously, and of course there's a murder involved, so yeah, and it's one of her standalone mysteries, which is really good because I've been reading a lot of her books, like they're part of a series, but you don't have to read them in order. You can read them any order you want, like the Poirot books, and I know she has Miss Marple, which I haven't read yet, so yeah, I am excited to try this out either way, because this is one of the Agatha Christie books that has been on my TBR the longest, so I'm excited to pick this up, and plus it's not that long either. I don't know how long this is. Let me check. Oh, it's under 250 pages, so yeah, I am excited to pick this up either way since I've been wanting to read more Agatha Christie books lately. And the next book that I want to read in March is The Ravens by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page, and this is about a group of witches starting a sorority house, and that's all I know about it. I know it's a YA fantasy, and I know I got this from a book box many years ago, so I do want to read this because I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I think it's only a duology, so I would try to get the second book if I end up liking this one, and plus I just really like the covers, just a bunch of ravens on it, so yeah, I am excited to try this out. Setting this is from a book box that I've got many years ago, and I want to try to prioritize my book box books, so yeah, I'm excited to try this out since this is one of the ones that's been on the longest on my TBR as well. And the next book that I want to read in March is It Comes Back to You by Farah Naz Rishi. I've read her sci-fi book, which is I hope you get this message, which I really enjoyed, and I enjoyed that book so much that I want to read this other one as well. All I know about it, it's supposed to be like a Pride and Prejudice retelling with When Devil Met Rishi kind of vibes. I haven't read When Devil Met Rishi, but I know I've loved Pride and Prejudice, so I'm excited to try this out because I know I do like enemies to lover stories. It depends on the story, obviously, and I also like the cover of this book as well, so I am excited to try this out, and especially from another author that I've tried their works in the past and wanted to try this one, so yeah, I'm excited to put this on my TBR. So now it all comes to my last pick for March. I know I didn't want to do 10 books, but I've always liked having reading options anyway when I do my TBR game and when I do regular TBR, so with this one, I know I'm going to be drawing 3, so if I draw on the ones that I already mentioned, in this video, I'm gonna just pick another one just to make it easier for me. So let me get the first one. Oh, I got two, so I'll check out one. Let's see what this one is. Oh, Winter Spell. Okay, I'll grab the books as soon as I finish drawing. So the next one is, Stolen Chapters. Okay, so, and let me see the third option, and then I'll bring all those books out. So, I got two there. Let me get that. Okay. So yeah, this is fun. So now I get to pick which of the one of these three. What's this one? Oh, Melamander. Okay, so let me go grab these three books and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these three books here. So the Stolen Chapters, which is the second book in Story Thief series, and then Melamander, which is another middle grade. Both of those are middle grade, and then Winter Spell by Clara Grant, which is the notebook, the Nutcracker retelling. So if I have to choose, I'm gonna leave this one out, seeing as it's a Nutcracker retelling, and I want to try to read this around Christmas time. So I'm gonna skip on this one, and then which leaves these two. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna pick the Stolen Chapters just because it's been on my card. Because I always try to pick the books that are in my bedroom, the wedges. The shelf that is on my bed or my TBR card, just because I want to prioritize those books more. So realistically, I'm going to pick the Stolen Chapters because I'm glad that I'm going to be knocking out another sequel off of my TBR. So that is all for March's TBR. Enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, and comment down below what books you're planning on reading in March, because I would like to know. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know if I ever post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!